Hey guys, let's hear back for some more of the Great Ace Attorney. Last time we did the summation examination and found out that Shamsphere's been stealing gas. Allegedly. Anyway, let's continue the trial. The Altamont Gas Company's investigation. I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agent. Altamont gas meters accept threepenny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas. And yet the meter in Shamsphere's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though. The collection agent has the only key. Somehow, he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not thieving, what is? Pray forgive the discourtesy. The relevance of this testimony caused me to turn to my hollowed chalice. What do you mean by that remark, Lord Francis? Did the mustachioed Nipponese poison the gargling excuse for an actor, or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court. And yet, now we must listen to this abhorrence. Clearly, what separates the vast British Empire and your eastern island nation is more than geographical distance. But this could turn out to be crucial testimony. Cross-examination must go ahead. I remember him doing that to a duo. Lord Van Six appears to be in a violent mood. Yes, he does. An attempted poisoning and an incident of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance, but I wonder, truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places. The first step in uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man really is. He's using the wax candles to make coins, and then they melt, and then the user uses the wax. That's my guess. Ultimate Gas Company's investigation.
Hold it!
So, does that mean you enter people's houses in order to empty their gas meters? That I do. I have to try to catch people when they're in. Then I ask permission to come inside and do my business. Does that mean you've been into Mr. Nutsmay's room before, as well as Mr. Shamsphere? Well, now, interesting you should bring it up, because I couldn't believe how little money was in the maze meter. I mean, how the pair of them survived the winter is beyond me, it really is. Knowing Mr. Nutsmay, he probably spends all his gas money on books. When he's finished reading them, he probably burns them for a while. You will kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Meterman. Not much to say, really, but as you wish.
Hold it!
So all London houses that have a gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they? They're the latest model, the height of technology, developed by our gas company, Altamont Gas. Anyone who uses our gas will have one of these meters in their property, yes. So if a 3p coin gives 2 hours of gas, most people would use about 3 coins in a night. A bit more than that, usually. They have both gas lights and a gas stove, that is. Thinking about Soseki-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he? Some people still choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating. Oh, yes, I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsume's room, actually. Yeah. And how does the money in the meter get back to you at the gas company? Every 3 days, gasmen like me visit properties on the gas supply and empty the meters of coins. I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. But happily, I did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part. Ah, because they have to pay in advance, you mean? Yes, exactly right. I'm gonna take a look at the ghost of this again. See, it looks like a coin. Looked like a coin, but it's been a while since I looked at it. Out of interest, how long has this been going on?
Weeks and weeks. He's been pinching guys off us for ages.
You've examined the meter in Mr. Chelmsford's room, I take it. Naturally, we took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb. And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume. No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be produced. One with a 1 million indestructible lock. The Shamsphere special. Sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3 penny pieces. But even after all that, the rascal's meter was still empty.
I'll never forget the humiliation. When I opened up the money box and found it bare. You what? I said, you what? And the look of his face, that smarmy smile of his. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing. Not a trace of paint had been open anywhere. Not a single sign. What's happening to my salary as a result? Down by 3 shillings a day, that's what.
A life-threatening situation in a number of ways. Incidentally, what became of that meter?
Nothing became of it. I've still got it. Carrying it right with me.
Oh.
Right here.
No wonder they call you a meter man. Yeah, that looks easy to pick.
I think it would be prudent for the court to sequester the item while the trial is ongoing.
Cool. Definitely. Let's see. It's probably gonna be wax in there. Ah! Wait, what the hell's this? Oh, what's... You spotted something, Mr. Naruto? Just here, there's a little hole. Do you see? Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed. It's not a very neat hole. It's not professionally made, I say. So I think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shamsphere. Possibly. Seems the people at the Altamont cast must have missed it.
How?
Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through the inside. Yes, but there's no way a coin could fit in there, though. That's true, but even so, it seems more than a little suspicious. I want to take a look at that. It's a very certain looking padlock, isn't it? The money is sealed with a beeswax, too. So if Mr. Sholmes were to get any mischief, he'd be found out immediately. Mr. Naruto, mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing Mr. Sholmes would. You know you didn't finish that sentence, don't you? Well, anyway, it's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs. But it does feel like over the top, doesn't it? Oh. So he's using the wax to remake the seal. He's not making coins, definitely. Although, at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it.
Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony. Though I would say, it has much value as the contents of that meter. Oof.
Hold it!
There's only one key for all your meters? Well, in truth, there's another key in the company vault at our main office. But even if someone had managed to get hold of the key, we'd know if the coin box had been opened. Oh, how? Came up with a rather clever way to expose any little shenanigans as it happens. Would you care to explain?
Well, now, in order to empty the meter, you have to unlock the padlock and remove the cover. But when I close it again, I stick a little beeswax on the seal, you see. seal. Like the sort of thing you'd put on an envelope, you mean? Something like that, yes. Basically, you can't remove the cover again without breaking the seal.
No, in the case of Mr. Shamster's meter, there were no coins inside at all, as I said.
But the seal hadn't been broken either. So that would mean Mr. Shamster somehow managed to steal the coins from inside the meter without opening it.
It appears so, but that would be impossible.
Hold it!
How do you know he's been using gas, though? Well, now, since I've started investigating this bloke, I've been to his room more than a few times. Every single occasion his lamps have been blazing, and his stove pounding. It's the middle of winter and he still turns to me, sweat dripping down his cheek and says,
Gee, get thee to another
Hamlet, indeed. I could wring the bloke's neck. I get all hot under the collar, but still. Every time I open up that flaming meter, it's empty. He's robbing me of my salary, too. What's wrong with the world? Where's the justice?
But how can Mr. Shamster possibly be stealing the money? I don't understand.
Simple explanation is right before your eyes.
What?
A toast to eventually realizing that Gasman could be an accomplice. You're what? Good lord. Eminently possible indeed.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, please, Lady Quimby, I'm a faithful worker. And besides, the money our Gasman collect doesn't tally with how much gas has been used. You don't are paid by the same amount.
So you'd be stealing money only to have the same amount taken from your gauges. Clearly that makes no sense. Perhaps a case of a losing battle to win the war.
No. I'm not gonna stir up horses' nest. If I weren't stealing from the company, I'd be finished.
It would seem there's no evidence to support the claims of theory made against the victim. Because Mr. William Shamster is innocent.
Pray, forgive me, if that shatters some illusion my learned Nipponese friend is clearly under.
I certainly didn't expect to uncover another crime that looks like it's been taking place in the very same room. According to the testimony, it's only the meter in Mr. Shamster's room that's under suspicion. It seems as though perhaps it has nothing to do with the incident involving Mr. Natsume.
I know it doesn't seem that way, but the fact is, since I've been practicing law in England, I feel like I've encountered this at least once already. Cases that are interlinked.
Oh.
It might seem that two cases have nothing to do with one another at first, but in fact they're intimately connected.
Yes, we have experienced that before, haven't we? I wonder if this is another instance.
Perhaps, but we can't be sure of that yet. The Altamont Gas Company has been investigating Mr. Shamster so earnestly. There must be something to it, but then how has he managed to steal their gas? Okay, now... I don't know how this is not considered tampered with.
Objection!
Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of being tampered with.
What? Get away! I've been over and over that thing.
Telling you, there's nothing wrong with it.
In that case,
what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made in the base of the coin box? Oh, what?
You're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there. The meter's not supposed to have that. None of the others do.
In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamster secretly opened up this hole himself.
Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised. But why?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You can't get a farthing through that. Lady Altamont, I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter's design.
What sort of details?
Well, what I'd specifically like to know is... Yeah, I think this is it. Differentiates. How does the meter tell the difference between different coins?
What do you mean?
Well, for example, if someone were to put in 1 penny coin, that wouldn't work presumably, would it?
No, of course not.
So, well, how does the meter know that the coin it's been fed is a through penny bit?
Ah, I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells coins apart by the shape and size, which includes their thickness. The penny pit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see. Other coins just won't fit.
I see. It's clearly been very well thought out. So, made out of wax. No witness or men have formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent.
As you wish, my lord.
Sweet. And I was right. Percent.
Objection!
Oh man. I might go on. I'm getting too ahead of myself again. I always do that. I have to look at it again. Just in case. Oh, it's not a check mark again. Oh, look at this bar of soap. There's a circular depression on the side. It's about 2 centimeters across.
Oh, or 3/4 of an inch. Ah, do you think?
We did find the soap at the scene, didn't we?
Yes, there were 2 bars, and a little ridge just outside the window, so we took this one. I'm sure when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle of there. I remember it clearly.
Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? It's wax. It melted. Damn it. Can't believe it.
Objection!
Let me just confirm something here. Always rushing. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter would accept any object as if it were a through penny bit. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating Mr. Shamsphere's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly.
Something the same size as a threepenny bit. What was it?
The item in question is this. What have you been inhaling gas? That's a bar of soap.
It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say.
It looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. What's so important about this soap is this part here. Come on.
Yes, it's a perfect circle. I'd say it's almost 3/4 of an inch.
There's something else I'm talking about recently, in fact. Come on, skip. I can't skip.
Got it!
Percent. You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean.
Ah. Are you referring to the round depression in the middle of the soap there?
That's right. A depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or, in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit. Get away! Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen. Give me your money.
It sounds rather like highway robbery, doesn't it?
Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I have a threepenny bit. Now, see if it fits. My word, it couldn't be more snug. Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Just like a bumblebee. So your assertion amounts to what? Some unfair bar soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas.
Yes.
The impression in the soap was clearly made by a through penny bit. Must say, I must concur at least, that pushing your coin with some force into a poor quality bar soap such as this. Remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape. And there you can use, well, some welted wax or something to pour into the mold. You can make fake coins in no time. Now you gotta remake the machines. Because everyone knows how to get free gas now. This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shamster has been using to steal gas. That's the missing link. And now, if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody considered yet.
But this is all nonsense. The man had been making fake coins. My worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter.
Quite true, Lady Altamont. In the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear. I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? There's one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins disappear in thin air, yes. Exactly. And the meter gives it away.
What on earth?
I have to point out, there are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter taken from the victim's rope. If that is your assertion, Castle, defense will identify these remnants for the court at once. Where on the meter can the remnants of the method be used to detect the fake coins be seen? Here.
Got it!
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window. Outside? Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meterman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found the soap. Ah, I get it. That's right, the answer, of course. Is ice. Oh. Yes, sir, ice. Mr. Shamsphere has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening, filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid next morning. Then, he takes his fake coins of ice, feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in spades. As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts, thus turning back into water, draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas. I thought it was red.
Just like that, so simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with bars of soap and some water.
That's right, madam.
I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless.
I'm fairly sure I didn't design it.
Evidence.
Sorry.
I want evidence. You're going to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish. I want to see proof. She's really good at enforcing accountability, isn't she?
You look so sad. Very well, Lady Altamont. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it.
What? Mr. Naruto, are you saying you actually have evidence to support this theory?
I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. And I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. A piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about how Mr. Shamsphere has been stealing gas is... this picture? Oh, he used a T. That's why it was red. Oh.
Take that!
Oh. I knew knew it was red. I knew it was water. God, that was going crazy. This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. It clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamsphere. What remnants? Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamsphere's room. Now look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter.
What is that? Some kind of grubby stain?
Almost certainly. It's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out in the hole made in the meter.
Oh.
If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage, the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours. You can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor.
This is awful.
There's further evidence too. Mr. Shamsphere slumped over in his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. Right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half.
You're right.
It would appear to me, then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he? Are you stupid? Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but are you dumb? Certainly not.
Didn't beat about the bush there, did he?
In truth, Mr. Shamsphere was found with a fork in his hand. A meal of soap is sounding increasingly like little fancies. Do you mean to say he was using that fork, too?
Yes.
To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap.
Ah. But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious. Yeah, I was mostly right. I just thought it was wax. Lord Van Zeeks? I was throwing my hand up in despair. Happened to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake. Where's the meeting of this council? Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination? Well...
That Mr. William Shamsphere is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
That's it. That's exactly it. Very well. Let us assume the man is a liar. Now, allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make? Well, we know that suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no signs of a vessel that contained poison. On the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that.
Oh.
Furthermore, the only possible way this poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Even if William Shamsphere is a liar, you claim him to be. These facts have been objectively established. There's no skimming it. Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication. You...
What?
Order. Well, counsel, how does the defense respond? Objection?
Mr. Naruto.
What was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Or did it make no difference at all, like my Lord Van Zeeks is saying? Wait and see. Everything is up in the air at the moment. Perhaps I should just wait and see what happens next.
Mr. Naruto, are you dumb? This is no time to sit back and watch now the trial unfolds. We have to make our way forward.
Oh.
fledgling idea will never flourish into a mature argument that's able to win over the jury, unless it's nurtured with some carefully chosen rhetoric.
Sasato-san, I feel like your rhetoric is more carefully chosen than anyone's sometimes. It seems your argument has run its course to nowhere.
Objection!
Hey. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest. What? But counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated this unscrupulous method of employing by Mr. Chelmsford and BS. What more is there to discuss? Lord Van Zieks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. Contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all. What are you trying to say, my Nipponese friend? At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption, made due to lack of evidence. But the situation has changed now, following the cross-examination of the latest witness to take the stand. Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense? Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. There's a question that we now need to reconsider, namely... Yep, it was in one of the coins. We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamsphere was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume. But that's just conjecture at best.
Objection!
The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There's no other possibility. Since there was no trace of tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
Objection!
But water. Water from the snow outside. As I said, the situation has changed. Because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. And that particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea?
Take that!
What exactly is this person supposed to reveal about Mr. Natsume's tea? Well, I suspect it may, possibly, be related to the tea in some small way if we dig it. And you will be... What? So it wasn't that? I'll find out. No, it's a soap. Oh wait, no, the meter. Didn't check the meter.
Take that!
Oh, God. Am I gonna lose this trial? I'm not thinking. So, was it the soap?
Take that!
Good gracious. The soap again. The same bar that your victim used to fashion his coins of ice. Yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found the bar of soap at the scene yesterday.
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on the ledge outside the window? Quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So, you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating. In a way, yes, but there's more. Coins already found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice. There was something strange about them, you mean? Exactly, something very obviously strange. They were tea-colored. They were red. The ice was red. No, you mean... That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap are made from frozen tea. What? I would remind the court of the statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in his trial. That evening, yes, I did make some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamsfield's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never. Yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing. So on the night in question, Mr. Shamsphere, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins. My word. There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene.
That's right, and we only borrowed one of them.
Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime, frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. Shamsphere's window. Extraordinary. Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of tea remained, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture, by finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all. You smug Nipponese. My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once. The defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it to determine whether or not it contains any poison. Yeah. Bailiff, instruct the police to attend the scene at once. Yes, my lord, understood. And Shamsphere runs away. It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. I trust you have no objection, Lord Verusix? None, my lord. Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow. Oh, so we'll actually have a second investigation for the first time in a while. Prosecution and defense may conduct further investigations as appropriate in the interim. Yes, my lord. Well. I managed to scrape through there somehow. Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned until tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, alright, I guess we're gonna end here, and then next time we're gonna do another investigation. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya. Bye.